So in this video, I'm going to respond to this comment here, asking for some suggestions on this Mallard photo, which I personally think is really, really good. But let's talk about it. So it's a Mallard. You can tell it's a Mallard with the blue stripe on the wings, and it's a beautiful photo. However, it meshes very well with the background because you have some whites in the background, whites on the bird. The browns and yellows in the background also correlate with the browns and yellows on the bird. And the key points that stick out are the head, the wings, and the feet. So what I would do to fix that is one of 2 or 3 different things. Number 1, I would probably recolor grade it so the bird colors stick out the most. Mask the bird so it's different from the background, making the background either less saturated or less warm tone. Then making the bird a little bit more of a cool tone, just so they counteract with each other on purpose and see how that looks. Or what I would do is go into Photoshop and make the background blurry so the bird sticks out very, very distinctly. And you can do that many different ways. I'm learning how to do it right now, so I won't give my personal take on it because I'm really not that good at it right now. I don't use Photoshop. I mostly just use Lightroom, but I'm learning how to use Photoshop, so I would look up some videos on that. People do really well with that. And I would mask the bird specifically and make the saturation just a tad bit higher and maybe desaturate the background just so it can pop out that much more. And a bonus tip, if it was taken like this, I totally understand, but if it's not and it's cropped, I would crop the bird more center than below the middle of the frame, just so we don't have to redirect our eyes downwards instead of forwards, if that makes any sense. Now, if you're looking for photo suggestions, what you did was really good. It's phenomenal. I personally like it a lot. And there's a million different things I can suggest. The number 1 thing I would suggest is maybe upping your focal length or your ISO, just so you don't have such deep shadows in your pictures. But your shutter speed was really good. I like it. I think it's sharp and very clear on what you're looking at. The one big takeaway I noticed with the photo though, I am looking down at my screen instead of forward. And it is a little bit of an eyesore, not in a bad way, it's just a little awkward. That is the only other main key point I would say is if you can recrop it more towards the center instead of down. But if you like it, that's totally fine too. But I will restate, making the bird different from the background, so either recolor grading, making things resaturated, so the bird is a little bit more saturated and the background is a little bit desaturated so the bird sticks out just a little bit more than blending into the background. You can Photoshop the bird and the background so the background is blurry and the bird sticks out really well. Or you can just mess around with color tones. That also works really well with masking. So since there really wasn't like a specific suggestion, I figured I'd cover all the immediate ones I could think of right away. But if there's